Father Hayes, since a lot of us are at home.
Mm-hmm.
Any good movie recommendations?
Well, I think a good person to go to would be Bishop Barron, so you can get a lot of his movie recommendations. But, we were talking before about, some of the actors that are famous actors that, play really good roles where you sometimes forget that they're that famous actor. And so we were talking about Harrison Ford, and I think the movie 42, where he plays the owner of the Dodgers, you actually forget it's Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. He is so good in that role. So that would be one I definitely recommend. It's a great movie. But, another movie I was thinking about, now this is a bit of a challenge to watch. It was a challenge to watch when it came out in the theater, but an actor who's always a safe bet, I think, is Tom Hanks. Mm. You never get a bad movie from Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
But what would be an interesting, within our current situation, what might be an interesting movie to watch is Castaway. Mm. Because he's living that same experience. But I think it's great to meditate on and maybe the filmmakers didn't intend this, the spirituality behind that. Mm. He was very caught up in the busyness of his schedule, the busyness of the world, and his possessions, and then he is cast away on an island. And so much of the movie is in silence, which is, I think, an important thing, because that's where God speaks to us, in silence. And sometimes it's painful. We have to let go. But Tom Hanks, I think, does just a phenomenally great job, and there's so many layers to that movie. Mm-hmm. So Castaway, it would be a challenging movie to watch, because, we tend to want noise. We tend to want distraction, and but I think that would be a really great one to watch and to meditate on, and maybe journal. Maybe you can have a journal going while you're watching it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't watch it all in one shot if you need to.
Write how you feel about Wilson.
Yeah, and just how are you being moved? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking about? What are your thoughts or your emotions? What desires maybe are stirred. Mm-hmm. That's one of the ways God speaks to us.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I've never thought about watching a movie and kind of applying it to prayer, how you're thinking about things.
So that would be a good one. Yeah. And then the third one, the final one I'll recommend, we were just talking about, is I believe it's called The Silent Place. Mm-hmm. And it's Jim from The Office. I keep forgetting his real name, because I just know him as Jim from The Office. Yeah. And his real life wife. And great portrayal of a father who is protecting his family. But again, much of the movie is in silence because of the external circumstances. But there's a lot of things worth pondering in that. Mm-hmm. So those are my recommendations right now. I mean, and then if you need something very goofy and lighthearted, rediscover or discover for the first time The Simpsons.
You heard it here first. Movie recommendations for your time inside.
All right.
Thanks, Father.
You're welcome.